Hello there, Mediocre Painter here, Mr. K, and I'm doing YouTube videos to get you into the wargaming hobby, because I've made the mistakes so you don't have to. So, recently I bought an Aether War box set, and basically they call them battle boxes, and you can see the review up there somewhere. And essentially you get kind of like a starting battalion with a couple of factions. So one was the Disciples of Tzeentch and the other one was the Caradron Overlords. I bought it for the Caradron Overlords because good battalion, good starter way to get into the Age of Sigmar, and I'm trying to get myself into the Age of Sigmar. I finally decided that me sitting on the fence about it is not something I can do anymore. I need to get in there and get myself an army sorted out. So I started with the Caradron Overlords because who doesn't like steampunk dwarves in space? The Tzeentch stuff, not really my thing, so I decided to sell that second half of that set. And I bought that set for about £88. And I sold the second half of that set, and I made after postage, packing, eBay taking its fees and all that jazz, I think I made about a little over £50. So basically I got the Caradron Overlords stuff that I wanted, 2 sets of Endrin Riggers, Sky Wardens, a Gun Hauler and the Endrin Master, basically for about 38 quid or some 37 quid I think. So it got me thinking, it's like, and you notice when you do this just how many people do buy these boxes and then split them up on eBay and sell them online. And obviously you can make returns on doing this, otherwise people wouldn't be doing it. Now, I don't think the margins are particularly big, and in my particular case I'm taking the bits that I want and I'm selling the other stuff. But I was like, well, wait a minute, can I make some money back on actually stuff that I've bought in the past? So some time ago, before Games Workshop upped their prices, like in January last year, I bought myself a Start Collecting Fireslayer set, thinking, that'll be my army that I would go for and get in the Age of Sigmar, and I think I will build a Fireslayer army, for sure. And I built the Magmadroth and the Auric Runefather on the Magmadroth and the actual Volkite Berserkers, the Rune Smiter and the Auric Rune Sun and so on. And I didn't really think anything of it, and I've got all these bits left over and things. And so in the practice of me, getting up off my backside and selling the Disciples of Tzeentch stuff that I had from Aether War, I realised that people were selling bits for quite significant amounts of money. So I had a look. Well, I've got these bunch of bits from the Age of Sigmar set. That I have, the Fire Slayers, the throwing axes, because I'm not really a big fan of Christmas treeing up models, and putting extra stuff on them. I'm just like, no, the model's the model. It doesn't need accoutrements, it makes it look silly, if you ask me. So I had all these bits left over. I said, well, people are selling this stuff online. I might be able to recoup some of my money back. So I split it up, I checked out what people were selling online, and I started to sell some of it, and I started to actually be able to sell it. And I was like, wow. So I bought the collecting box set of Fire Slayers for about £40 over a year ago, and I've sold, I think, about £20 worth of bits that were left remaining from it that I simply didn't use, and probably made, after postage and packing and things, maybe £13 or £14 back. So I was like, wow, that's fairly significant. So are there any other ways, with these Start Collecting sets, whereby maybe you can get some of your money back? So as part of my Caradron Overlords building my armies, I bought myself the Caradron Overlords, Start Collecting set, which, based on the rule changes now that we have with the Caradron Overlords, does actually make some sense. And in there you basically get a Gun Hauler, 5 Grunstock Thunderers, you get some Sky Wardens or Endrin Riggers, depending on how you make them up, and an Endrin Master. Well, the Endrin Master is actually a pretty cool model and such, but I'm not really likely to run him, so I'm going to sell him on. I don't need the Sky Warden, so I'm going to sell those on. And I think I picked up that set for maybe £43. I sold on the Enrid riggers for 16 and the Enrid Master for 10, so I've made back, even after postage and packing and everything, pretty much half the money from that set, and got the stuff that I genuinely wanted. So then I sort of started to think, well, are there any sort of start collecting sets whereby, you know, they make an awful lot of economic sense? So if you look at Fire Slayers as an army, the meta at the moment kind of dictates to you that you've got to go Hearthguard Berserkers, really, you know, because that's just the way things are going at this moment. But Volkite Berserkers are part of your battle line, and they're actually an excellent troop choice on their own, and there is a very good battalion with them as well, with the Warrior Kimbad, where you basically have 3 sets of Volkite Berserkers in 10s and an Auric Runeson. But if you want to get 30 Volkite Berserkers, what's the best way for you to get 30 Volkite Berserkers? Well, if you go and have a look, you know, 30 Volkite Berserkers are in a box set, they're about £30. And you can't really find them much cheaper than that. You can try, but 20, maybe 27 might be the best you can do. And I was looking at that and going, wow, that you can buy a start collecting Fire Slayer set for 44. And in that you get 10 Volkite Berserkers, a Rune Son, a Rune Smiter, and an Auric Rune Master and a Magmadroth. So I was like, well, okay, how much does Magmadroth go for? So if you look at, you know, on eBay, for example, Magmadroths tend to go for about £35 to £40. So basically, you can sell the start collecting set, the bits that you don't need. You just take the Volkite Berserkers out of that start collecting set, it costs you about £45. You can sell the Magmadroth for 35. You can sell the Auric Runeson for probably £7 or £8, maybe 10, and the Rune Smiter for £7 or £8 for 10 or 10, and pretty much make your money back, even after postage packing, eBay takes their fees, and PayPal takes their fees. So you can look in your collections today, and maybe in your bits box, and you might surprise yourself at what you've got and what it's actually worth. And in some cases, with these sets that you buy and you go, oh well, I'm probably never going to run that guy, or whatever it is, it often can make sense to buy multiple start collecting sets to get just that one troop choice that you want in there. So if I look at the Kharadron Overlord start collecting set, well, maybe you don't want the Gunhauler, maybe you don't want the Endrin Master, maybe you don't want the Skywardens, but you want the Grunstock Thunderers. Well, the Thunderers themselves in their own box are £25, and the start collecting is £45. So, you know, can you sell the remaining parts that are in that, just other than the Grunstock Thunderers? You can sell Gunhaulers for about 20, Endrin Riggers for about 16, and the Endrin Master for 10. So, you know, you can make a fairly significant amount of money back and get the unit troop choice that you want at a significant discount. And if you look at the market on eBay, if you just price it just slightly lower than what people are genuinely pricing it, say 50p lower or £1 lower, it will sell. I'm pleasantly surprised, but I have actually managed to sell a bunch of stuff by using this technique, and essentially I've been able to construct a valid, you know, Fire Slayer army by selling the bits out of the start collecting set just to get the bits that I actually want. I will have to supplement this with a few characters here and there and such, but I'm actually going to have a viable Fire Slayers army with really only paying for the character models. So, if you like this video, then please like, please subscribe. I will be doing more, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.